Moon Goddess Cosmos, angels, ancestors, wayshowers, guides, ascended masters, archangels, galactic federation, council of light, elementals, fae, Mary Magdalene, beings assigned to our team for our highest, holiest, heavenliest, most divine, godly good, celestial guardians, protectors, divine messengers, and all benevolent beings of light. What do we need to know about this? You keep jumping timelines on these traps they set for you. Dummies. I just heard dummies. Stupid. All right, there's a lot of individuals that are going through the repercussions of their actions right now while you have leaped into yet another higher vibrational, unconditionally loving, light-filled timeline. You just keep moving deeper into these higher frequencies to where these energies are detaching naturally because they can't withstand that frequency you've moved into. But what is up? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's the vibe? Welcome in, Galactic Golden Ohana. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, welcome in. Unconditional love and appreciation to you as well. So let's see what we got going on. Galactic Nuggies, and I missed you as well. Yesterday, I needed the time just to, recuperate and regenerate after doing so many readings and expending so much energy. And I knew I was going through a mass ascension with how much I slept after the appointments I had done. I was like, obviously my spirit needed this. And the downloads I received, intense, escape. I can't make this shit up. This card poked out and they were like, take it, escape. You keep escaping on your ops. They can't move into these higher vibrational timelines with you, so they keep strategizing new ways to attach things to you, and you keep jumping out of them. You keep timeline jumping away from or out of whatever entrapments or snares these individuals are attempting to envelop you in, encase you in, entrap you in. Exactly, Houdini. Interesting. So listen, if you're feeling escape, exactly, escape. You keep escaping on these individuals. And if you've been feeling a lot of fatigue, you felt you've been resting more, or you felt the need to rest more. It's because you moved into yet another higher vibrational, high frequency timeline. And your vessel was catching up to your soul energy. You're going through massive changes. Somebody with force in the reverse and partnerships, somebody couldn't force another individual, it looks like, connected to your energy into a partnership because they too are ascending along with your energy. You're triggering somebody else's ascension. So for some of you, you had a counterpart, or you have a counterpart that's coming through that keeps breaking out of binding that kept them entrapped with a Jezebelian energy, man or woman. The binding is no longer working and somebody is blaming you. I heard this individual has some serious issues. The more brine, like shrimp, brine shrimp. Clarification, the more binding this individual breaks through, the more erratic another energy gets. Clarification on the brine shrimp. Somebody is a shrimp compared to you, small fry. This is a small fry compared to you. That's what they're saying. Yeah, somebody that was trying to get creative and here we go. Yes, a house cat to a lion. Exactly. Thank you, Divine Anchor. With creativity and Mercury retrograde reinvention, somebody keeps trying to reinvent different ways creatively to entrap you and ensnare you. And it looks like this most recent quantum leap freed up your sacral and your root chakra. You may be feeling more energy at this time. You may be feeling more creative. You snatched back your fertility. Looks like for some of you, there's an individual that was using that energy for a very long time. And you closed out a cycle with this individual and then timeline jumped on them. You were guided to. So for some of you, there was somebody that was in a certain position, that was maintaining a certain position or obtaining a certain position off of your energy, off of your sacral, your root, your fertility. Interesting. Am I not with the fact that cat hair just flew in my nose? Somebody's being very nosy. Somebody's been watching to see why they're no longer in this creative energy, why they're no longer manifesting and why things are falling apart. And you're flourishing. So they know that exactly it was an energy return. It's a lot of individuals being depleted while you're being restored. And it looks like part of your restoration, these supernatural provisions being provided, is an unconditionally loving divine dynamic where a Jezebelian energy can no longer sink their claws into an individual. They're no longer find ways to create or keep a soul tie to someone. Because this energy is keeping up with you. Whoever you're meant to be in connection with, this individual is also timeline jumping and shifting along with you. It's like there is a divine contract being maintained through these timeline surfs. Capricorn. That is the devil in the tarot deck. Somebody was attempting to use demonic forces to maintain, to manifest, or to entrap a light worker. Interesting. Third house messages. Force. Somebody was trying to force somebody else who has gone missing to talk to them be out because of financial stability. Hold up, wait a minute. So there's somebody in connection to you that is not talking to somebody else and somebody tried to force communication. But this is also somebody from your past that their abundance has gone missing with you. So somebody tried to force through love spells or come to me spells communication with you so that they could reattach to you. But again, you're not looking back. I'm not seeing this love spell or this come to me spell have any effect on you. You have not, whoever this is, they've remained blocked. And if it's not like a past romantic connection, these are a karmic familial unit that's attempting to get you to reach out to them so that they could reattach in order to manifest or to repair what's going on in their experience. And for some of you, they've tried to come through in the dream state as affectionate. They've tried to come through in the dream state as like unconditionally loving. But the way that you're seeing them in the dream state is as volatile, as enemies. Like they're trying to project to you a certain image, but you're seeing right through it. You see these individuals as what they are, corrupted. No matter how much glamour they attempt to use, you're still seeing and feeling out the hatred they have for you. And it seems like somebody else is picking up on this energy that's meant to be in connection to you. That somebody around them was not a friend, was not somebody they should maintain a connection to. Pluto transformation fell on messages. Somebody wanted to change the way you see them so you would message them. Looks like they're going through a physical deterioration. So somebody, whatever they've been doing, because we got double Scorpio on the board, double transformation, whatever they've been doing is hitting them in doubles. Or it's rapid. This could also be an actual physical demise that happened. But something is rapidly progressing. Something that an individual cannot heal from. But you are. We got the Star Aquarius energy. You've healed from something. This was something done back to back that hit somebody back to back. Well, you're being blessed and being leaped. It's like you're being blessed back to back, but you're being leaped double timelines at once. You're pulling in multiple very high vibrational timelines and moving through them at once. You're very hard to keep up with. Interesting. Relevancy. Abundance. You're very hard to keep up with. You keep pulling in high vibrational, high frequency, very abundant timelines. So while these individuals are being depleted and falling into the traps they set for you, you're being blessed. And you may have started to lose hope. You may started to have been lacking in faith. This was not your energy. Somebody wanted to bring you down from the frequency you were on, bring you down from the vibration you were on. Spirit says truth. So they wanted you to look at your physical reality and start to doubt that anything was going to change in your physical reality, when in reality it's changing very quickly. This was you snapping out of something very quickly. And I feel like it was depression, dark night of the soul type of energy. Started to doubt, started to feel as though, is this all that life is worth? Like, why did you bring me this far? And then you snapped out of it and you were like, I know I wouldn't have been brought this far for no reason. This is somebody else's energy. This is an attempt to disconnect me from the Most High. That's what this is. Somebody wanted to bring you back down to your south node, and I feel like in your south node, you are experiencing a lot of depression, a lot of turmoil, a lot of possibly self-hatred. And I feel like in your south node, you didn't believe in the Most High as much as you do now, because it was a catalyst that happened in your south node that literally solidified your belief in the Most High. Something happened, some tower occurred that moved you from your south node into taking on the steps that would lead to your north node. And now you are in your north node. But somebody wanted to bring you back to that place where you were looking outside yourself for validation and love, and where you were not looking above. Grand Trine blessings. Back-to-back blessings. Ooh. Leo, I will. Return benefits. Jupiter return. Somebody is being forced to return your benefits to you, and this could be in the physical. So not only have you snatched your energy back, you've been moving, like leaping. I heard time travel. You are a traveler, but you've been quantum leaping through multiple timelines within what looks like the past few days. Not only have you called back your energy, but you've been moving in such a way that these individuals cannot siphon it. So not only is the Most High coveting you, but you're being guided to take certain steps that make it extremely hard for these individuals with what they're going through to attach to you, or to try to, because of what they were meant to go through. So some of these individuals are having not only a return of spell work, but a return of dis-ease, where the timelines you've moved into, anytime you felt something that puts you in a state of, the best way to explain this is it's like you started to feel this dis-ease manifest in the timeline you were in. Like you started to feel as though something that was not meant to be a part of your experience was manifesting, and you leaped. You were guided to shift that timeline, and you sent that energy back. So when these individuals attempted to send this energy back to you, to attach to you, to siphon your health, they were sending it to a ghost. That timeline to where that was manifesting, your energy was no longer located. So it sent it back stronger. So that's why it's more rapid, not stronger. That's why this dis-ease is manifesting rapidly, this decay, this destruction. Because every time they go to send it back to you, you're not there. So it bounces back and speeds up the process. I hope y'all are picking up because they keep missing. I hope y'all are picking up what the divine is putting down. Because you will alchemize the energy, you will understand intuitively what's being directed towards you. You will use that energy you alchemize to propel yourself and those in connection to you to an entirely new timeline. So with what they're attempting to direct to you again, it bounces back in a way where it speeds up whatever has bounced back. Because your energy is no longer located in that timeline. And this is you. This is the divine's way of closing out timelines to where this is attachable or manifestable. Not just for you, but for the collective. This is why they said you're a time traveler. You are seeking out the most adaptable timelines for the collective without even knowing it. And I did not pre-shuffle before this, so this is a download I'm getting straight from the ethers right now. It's almost like going to another planet and seeing if it's inhabitable. This is what you're doing with timelines. What is going to be the best timeline for the advancement and ascension of this realm? Especially with how much they're trying to put in the air and the food and the water. With what you intake, you'll go, okay, so this timeline, we are having a harder time adapting to what we are consuming. We are having a harder time acclimating to the energy being, to not only the energy, but the governmental interference within this timeline. So it's time to move from this timeline with what we've already alchemized into one where we're more easily able to adapt. We keep getting stronger. Our vessels keep getting stronger. Our immunities keep getting stronger with each leap, with each jump. And this is why you may be seeing an influx of chemtrails where you're at. Because they're trying to slow down the awakening, but also create some type of dis-ease in your physical being. Some type of disruption with the process that they said, not the process, with the integrations you are making with the timelines you are pulling in. Not just for yourself, but for the collective. So this is not just about a karmic familial unit and a karmic X. This is about corrupted government officials, as well as like corrupted CIA, feds, like individuals that know why you're here. And certain elites, societies, corporations, networks, that the more that you do this, the more they lose control over the individual, over the masses they were attempting to control. So again, this is not just, many individuals have attempted to ensnare you and entrap you in order to push what they're going through into your reality. But there are many individuals that have attempted to corrupt your mind in order to corrupt your motion. Yes, straight pressure. And it's funny because I just heard the song Pressure. I forgot who the artist is. I want to say it's 2 Chainz. I just heard Pressure over on Pandora and I was like, what you talking about? We're pressure. Look at this. 8th house, endings and beginnings. Somebody can't keep up with you. Excuse me, let me not say somebody. All of these individuals cannot keep up with you, but there is an individual trying and attempting to harvest your energy and bring down an ending upon you in order to maintain a beginning with what looks like a past life romantic dynamic. Because we do have Tut energy here. You could have a Egyptian past life with someone. Shots were fired, but they were Thank you. Shots were fired, but they were redirected. I hope y'all are picking up what the divine is putting down because this is a deeper channel. I have to sit with that because like I said, I did not pre-pull before I came on here. So the fact that this is what we are doing is we are like ethereal, divine, celestial scientists. Seeing which timeline is the most habitable, and the best for the collective, the most healing, the most unconditionally loving. Which timelines are best suited for the balance within not only the ethers, but upon this planet. Taurus, I have, and Aries, I am. This adds up to 9. An ending. An ending for a Taurus and an Aries, or somebody who tried to bulldoze through your barriers and protection to wage war on you. Because again, you keep moving timelines. They said trading timelines. Not just moving, but trading in timelines. Every timeline you trade in, you get a higher vibrational one. And again, you are the one that has been designated to move through these timelines to see how well the collective would do within these timelines. Corrected. They said collectively you are doing this, but as a unit, you are seeing which ones are the best for humanity's advancement, humanity's ascension. What timelines would bring the most souls into enlightenment? And again, they're showing me the chemtrails. This is why there is such a desperate attempt to slow down the awakening. I know! Trading timelines like baseball cards. Yes. Exactly. But we are being very picky. They said, excuse me, because I was going to say very picky about what we are now allowing within this realm. And they said decisive about what belongs in this realm and what doesn't. Unconditional love and deep, soulful connections. Cutting out Jezebelian energies, cutting out conditional love, cutting out narcissistic dynamics, while assisting the awakening at a slow pace so it doesn't cause soul shock. Because like y'all know with your awakening, when you know too much at once, it can create massive anxiety. It can cause a lot of depression because you're now, you have your reality ripped away from you. Everything that you once thought was real, you realize isn't. And then you start looking at everybody like, are you betraying me? Are you real? Like, are you a handler? Like, it can cause a lot of panic if your awakening happens too rapidly. So it's like we are moving in timelines that are beneficial to all that are susceptible to the path of enlightenment, because it is definitely not beneficial to these low vibrational entities. This is the divine revolution, and like I said, you are a celestial divine scientist. You're feeling this out. They said you are also receiving. That's interesting, and I didn't think about it that way, but this is the way that they're clarifying it to me. This is why there's been so much pushback on you receiving justice, you stepping into generational wealth, because it's a domino effect. When you're sitting in that timeline, you further open up that door for others to move into. So with you receiving this, whether it's unconditional love, justice, generational wealth, an inheritance, or a property, there's been so much pushback because of the domino effect. How many light workers would move into that wave of, I won't even say wave, move into that timeline. There's been so many attempts to keep us bound from moving into that timeline and moving into that world where all has played out as it should. There's been many attempts to redirect this outcome because of how many light workers would start receiving. Again, it's a wave. We are collective. We are all connected. So we would be sharing that information. We would be sharing that coding. And there would be more light workers that would download that coding and then start receiving because of the coding that's been connected or been integrated into their energy. I heard a lot of people hate to see you win. Black Moon Lilith. That's why there was such an attempt. Many attempts to do things to blindside you, block your intuition, sever your connection, keep you from co-creating with the Most High and moving in timelines to where this would play out. Why individuals wanted to keep you in the dark about your abilities and your capabilities. Because of how many things would start to play out for waves, huge waves of light workers. And this is the timeline, destiny. You've been destined and fated for this. This is your destiny. This is what you have pulled in. This is the timeline that you are currently in. And you keep pulling in these higher frequencies with every timeline that you pull in and move into. You keep breaking down these corrupted firewalls meant to block you out of success, meant to block you out of being seen, meant to block you from the world, meant to block you from generational wealth, meant to block your health. We got routine in the reverse. Somebody or many groups that were doing things back to back to back, it was routine, something happened. I'm curious, okay, really? For some of you, these were clock workers. And what I mean by clock workers, in the way that it was channeled, is you'd have individuals on one side of the world working on you during the day, while the other side, where the other individuals on the other side of the world, it was nighttime, they were sleeping. Then the sun would come up, these individuals would be up during the day, it would now be day over here, they'd start working on you, while these individuals would be sleeping. So these were clock workers, these were individuals, it was routine, you were getting hit all day, every day. These networks, these societies, these districts. It was strategic. You were getting hit all day, every day, to stop you from this effect you have on the world, to stop you from breaking through these firewalls, to break you down and bury you. And it looks like individuals on this clockwork cycle got hit. You were also meant to be sleep deprived and not functionable. It was a lot meant to disrupt you while also dream siphoning. trying to figure out what downloads you were getting. These individuals are diabolical. Oh my God. This is what they were working overtime. These crispy, derelict ducks and moon magic throwing muskrats. Moon magic throwing musky muskrats. So you had a karmic familial unit working on you, an ex working on you, handlers working on you, secret societies working on you, government officials working on you. And you still elevated and pulled in this balance. You still alchemized this and pulled in these new timelines, bringing more individuals to their awakening, to their faith, to the Most High. You showed up and showed out with the Most High, I tell you that much. This is definitely checkmate. I feel air sign element communication, Cancer. So again, you could have felt that these individuals were attempting to project dis-ease, Cancer, into your experience. There could have been days where you were rapidly losing weight and then you would bounce back very quickly. You redirected this. You alchemized this energy and redirected this intent to those that were sending it, trying to create a painful permanent ending. I heard one that the divine could not afford. You spoke affirmations over your experience. Whatever this is, you know, with the divine revolutionary you are, there was not an ending that would take place that was not orchestrated by the Most High. And you openly communicated that to the divine that you felt something within your current timeline that needed to be rejected, that needed to be returned. And I feel like after you stated this, you did some type of quantum leap. You could have been listening to binaural beats in your dream state. Like you could have put them on overnight, or a quantum leap overnight, whatever you did. Or you could have just quantum leaped in your dreams, like in your sleep. You were shifting timelines while your physical vessel was resting. And this catapulted this energy back tenfold. This sped up somebody else's, with the green here, it's giving malignant. This sped up whatever dis-ease somebody was trying to direct towards you in their body rapidly. Moon soul. First house, the body. We got moon soul and the body. Somebody wanted to, I can't even say somebody. There are many individuals that did not want you here and felt like if they took out the vessel, they would have access to the soul. Excuse me. And with it being on air element communication, the wisdom and knowledge that would come with your soul. Exactly. Peekaboo. Exactly. You surprised each and every one of these individuals with the fact that you healed through things you weren't supposed. You keep moving into healing timelines. Timelines of health. This is a part of your healing abilities. And I'm sorry if this like reading is kind of like all over the place, but Spirit is really trying to help me understand in order for me to help you understand what is going on here. Because they keep looking at you like a miracle healer, but you keep moving into a timeline where you're already healed. It accelerates your immunities. Like whatever timelines you're moving into, you're leaving death and disease behind. And the timelines that you're moving into, death and disease do not exist. Dis-ease in the body does not exist. Death will not reach you until it is truly your time. So premature death and dis-ease is being left in certain timelines. It's being bounced back to these individuals entrapped within these timelines. So you keep healing from things that individuals are like, how do you keep healing from this? You should not have healed from this. But there are multiple versions of you that already exist within other timelines that are healthy, that you keep moving into. And it looks like energetically with what's been integrated into your golden grid system, you are assisting others in the collective on doing this. On realizing that they can use the power of their mind to heal. They can use the power of their mind. They said a co-creator, a divine God-ordained co-creator. All of you were put here, each and every one of you, to be creatives, not just consumers. And you're realizing that with your ascension and the power of your mind, you're able to move into timelines that already exist, that are coexisting simultaneously with what you're experiencing, where you are already that multimillionaire. You are already healthy, healed. You are already married. And you're moving into these timelines with divine direction. It's like a needlepoint precision with your energetic alignment, your light DNA coding. Your light coding needs to match up with certain timelines. So it's like your soul propels forward in its ascension in order to lock onto a timeline so that your physical vessel can catch up and maneuver into that timeline. And that's when your physical reality starts to manifest based upon the timeline you've moved into. Your environment, your reality catches up to you, not the other way around. And this is what the divine needs you to realize. This is how you keep timeline jumping on these traps. Is because the timelines you're moving into, those traps do not exist. Those timelines you move into, that black magic, that energetic intent does not exist. And this has been studied with quantum physics and quantum mechanics. How many individuals, including Joe Dispenza, has healed themselves? Joe Dispenza got into an accident. I want to say that he fell off a ladder. I'm not sure. But you can look it up. Joe Dispenza got so badly hurt. He broke his spine. He was never supposed to be able to walk again. All of the doctors said, you might as well, get used to being in a wheelchair. You're never going to be able to walk again. He manipulated his energy in such a way mentally to where he healed. But the way that he did this was not healing within the timeline he was in. He raised his vibration and quantum leaped into a timeline where he was already healed, and his vessel had no other choice than to catch up. That's what happened to him. There's also, if you watch The Secret, a woman that was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer that kept affirming to herself, I am healthy, I am healed, until she believed it without a shadow of a doubt. She went to the doctor and there were no cancer cells found. She was healed. But she had moved into a timeline where she was already healthy. She had quantum leaped into that timeline. Her vessel had no other choice than to catch up. Her vessel had no other choice than to move into that timeline where her soul energy already was. This is what you're doing on these individuals. You keep moving into timelines to where this shit is not what you're experiencing. And they keep trying to pull you back into a timeline to where you're like, oh my God, I'm getting hit with black magic. Oh my God, they're sending this towards me. Oh my God, they're doing this. And then you stay entrapped in that loop where God is telling you, you have the ability. I gave you this ability to move beyond all of these limitations they're trying to place on you. You are a limitless being. They cannot bind you. They cannot destiny swap with you. They cannot steal from you. They cannot push something into your reality because you are a limitless, infinite being. And this is what we are all being reminded of right now in this moment. With what you are feeling, watch where your mind travels to. When you feel certain lower vibrational energy, relax, clear it out, and then start moving through your reality, visualizing what is playing out for your highest vibrational good. Do not get trapped in the cycle or do not get trapped in the timeline of accepting that reality they're trying to project over you. That's basically what the entirety of this reading is. Yep, sacrifice. Do not allow them to entrap you in a timeline to where you believe you are sacrificable because you are not. This is one of the abilities that the Most High has given you. You are a co-creator of this realm and you are moving through these timelines for the highest vibrational good of humanity. But you need to understand the abilities that you have on what you allow into these timelines. Fear is false evidence appearing real. You're a very powerful being. You are a limitless, infinite, divine, celestial soul that has the ability, or you should know you have the ability to see through all illusionary energetic intention. You are a miracle healer. You are a miracle master manifester. You are a miracle magician. Master magician at that, as well as a master alchemist. They said, none should fear what is here but the Creator. So this is about you not fearing anything but the Most High. Not allowing any of this to create any type of fear in your experience. Because of the supreme being that you are, and the supreme being that you are an extension of. You have this direct extension to. You can be anything you want to be in this world. a star and owning. You can be anything you want in this world. This is literally like, you own this shit. You are a galactic chosen star child. And with this Aquarius, I know, and second house owning, with the way that you've continually been visualizing and affirming, I have received justice. Everybody knows my truth. This has come to play. Your truth has been revealed. Many individuals know that there is something due to you that must be returned to you. And you stand on business. You know what you know. You're listening to your intuition. You're listening to the Most High and the direct channels you're receiving. Where you know it is karmic cosmic law. The cosmic law of cause and effect. Where what individuals did to you, they are reaping the effect of what they did. Nobody got away with what they did to you. Nobody got away with what they thought they took from you. Nobody got away with slandering your name or attempting to humiliate you. All of these individuals want you to believe, want you to stoop into, not even stoop, but fall into a timeline to where you lose faith and you disconnect from the Most High so that this outcome that you've spoken upon, that you've prophesized, will stop manifesting in their reality. Because not only do you keep pulling in higher vibrational timelines and moving into them, you keep pulling all of their skeletons out of the dark. The more you ascend, the more that you move into these higher vibrational timelines, the more you affirm, the more this prophecy starts to play out. And this is how the divine set it up. They're showing me a sled, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You're the lead of this shit. And the more, especially with Rudolph having this red nose, the more that you pull this forward, the more that is revealed. The more that is pulled out of the dark, the more that is pulled out from what individuals are trying to brush under the rug and hide in the dark. What was done in the dark will be brought to light, and you're bringing it right into the light. Right into the light. Look at this. Sun spirit. They want to shut you up and they want to disconnect you from the divine, and they want you to fall into a state of depression and doubt because of what you keep exposing with every trap that you overcome, with every trap you timeline leap out of. Thank you. Thank you for sewing into me, you guys. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Kat. And who else sent something? Hold on. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Arius. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Arius, for sewing into me, and know that you are receiving it back infinitely in all the ways that God deems necessary for each and every expansive experience you've aligned to and that you are due to have come through for you. And to each and every one of you that may have donated before, like up above, but I missed your name, I really do appreciate it. And that is confirmation right there. A 10 amplified by the 0. With 5 amplified by the 0. That's a closeout of a cycle. 2 zeros is double amplification. A massive change that came with the closeout of this cycle. The closeout of this, I won't even say cycle, but of these attempts. You may not be feeling very drawn to certain messages right now that you feel like, the best way to explain this is there may be certain titles popping up to test you where it's like, the feds are coming in on your karmic family, and you're like, I know. Like, I just feel like that's already done. I don't feel like that's something that like the title resonates, but it doesn't feel like something that I need to watch right now because I feel like that's already completed. It's because you're feeling the closeout of these cycles. Whatever is resonating with you, but you don't feel the need to click on it, it's because it's done. You're feeling the closeout of that cycle. What you had once been enveloped in, what you had once been seeking answers on, you have received these answers along with justice. It's done. We got Mercury mind. Genius. Mind and genius. Extremely intuitive, extremely advanced. And with this understanding, Thoth, you've got ancient wisdom that puts you in a position to be able to maneuver through these timelines very easily. To be able to understand the energy of each of these timelines. And to pull in certain things. Shh, thank you. That's Poppy, that's Star Kitty. But to pull in certain things that you shouldn't have been able to move into, such as great health, but you have. Hey, thank you. Very talkative. And what I mean by this is literally your ability to understand the coding of this realm and to go, this is not the coding that I want in this timeline. But I do want to integrate this coding to where this can no longer affect me. So I'm going to integrate that coding and move based on that coding while leaving this behind. So it's like the coding of great health and unconditional love, while leaving the coding of dis-ease in that timeline you were just in order for others who attempt to redirect that energy your way to get smacked with it. This is why they're looking at you as extremely intelligent, because you know how to maneuver through this realm, through the ethers, through the simulation, through the 5D. They corrected me. They said you know how to move through all because you've gained the wisdom of all in the way that was necessary for you to be able to understand what was necessary, what was needed for these next levels. I hope y'all are picking that up. I hope that made sense to y'all. Because it's like the way that you're able to see through things is very quick. The way you're able to move things in and move through timelines is very quick. The way you're able to pick up certain information from the ethers is very quick. It's because you're moving quickly. Exactly, you are this ethereal divine chess master. But you were taught by the best. You were taught by the best because of your purpose as a divine revolutionary. It's like you've been briefed by the divine on what is needed in this realm and how to overcome what has been directed towards you, what type of opposition you would face within each and every level. Kind of like they're showing me, again, the movie Jumper, which makes sense, timeline Jumper. If you've seen the movie Jumper, they kept evolving their weaponry towards the jumpers, where the jumpers had to learn to evolve with where they were being guided to move and how they were being guided to move. It's like you had a lot of elite individuals studying you and then trying to emulate your movements in order to combat you, only to get hit with a brick wall of coded energy you had left behind in a previous timeline. Because you learned, if I don't block these doors, if I don't block these previous timelines that I've just moved from, these individuals will attempt to use them to come into the current reality I'm in. So you've been setting coded traps for individuals, for these, if you've ever seen the jumpers, the individuals that try to come after the jumpers and emulate the jumpers in order to catch them. These individuals trying to emulate your star coding, your galactic coding, in order to keep up with you and stop you, have kept hitting these firewalls that you have coded. So instead of you being stopped or slowed down by these firewalls they have been setting, exactly, encryption. You've divinely encrypted the timelines, the portals that you have moved through, so that every time these individuals try to move into them or try to direct something towards you in a new timeline, it backfires on them in the worst way. Now, I apologize for this reading, y'all, because I know it was slightly all over the place, but I told y'all I did not shuffle, pre-shuffle before I came on here. This is a direct channel from the ethers. We are being guided on how to encrypt certain timelines in order to assure that other light workers are able to move into higher vibrational timelines without an issue. And so there is an achievement with generational wealth and the correct bloodlines receiving what has been kept from them. Woo! Yep, South Node debts. So this is what they're stuck in. Fortune increase. Every time they attempt to do something, you move timelines, but leave back this encryption that increases their debt to you. Every time they hit it, there's no way around it, there's no way over it, there's no way through it. They gotta hit it. And this is why they're trying to understand the abilities you have and why they keep getting fucked up. Woo, this is so hard to put into words, but you know what? Let me pull this out. I hope y'all are picking up what the divine is putting down, because that makes sense. I have brought this up before, but this is Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. All possibilities in the quantum field exist in the present moment. All electromagnetic potentials. This is why I kept bringing up that these individuals were studying your electromagnetic field and how it had amplified because of the type of timelines you keep pulling in. Your electromagnetic field keeps expanding, and it keeps adding more timelines, pulling in more possibilities. And you keep combining the highest vibrational possibilities while leaving behind an electromagnetic encryption where these individuals can't decode it, but it releases what they were attempting to project back into your reality. You may want to get this book. It is extremely insightful. Again, Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. This is the person that broke their back and was not, or broke their spine and was not supposed to be able to walk again. This is him talking about the different timelines that he has moved into and what he has pulled in for himself and why he's so successful today and why he can walk. And it ties into this. You have been continuously, before your awakening, blocked from success in order for it to be redirected towards individuals that were meant to be in their south node. While many elite individuals wanted to keep you from seeing the divine revolutionary that you are because of the changes you would make. You were born an anomaly. You were born an oddity. Your electromagnetic field, as well as the way that the system had already picked up on you, signified massive change came with your growth and your elevation. We talked about that before. They just didn't realize that through this growth and elevation, you would become something uncontrollable in this way, where they couldn't control the changes you were making. Provoker and stability. And what I mean by that is there was a time where these individuals were manipulating your abilities before your awakening in order to maintain timelines of destruction, maintain timelines of chaos, maintain timelines of conditional and karmic love. Because when you're enveloped in it, those in energetic connection to you don't feel that pull to ascend because you're not. You were sharing energetic experiences, or let's say the enslavement programming within the simulation with others, where a good depiction of this is in The Machine, the song The Machine by Red, where they're all chained and they're all being programmed to basically be like zombies, sleepers, to where what woke up the main individual in that music video was a remembrance of a past life with a love connection, where it was your remembrance of your base soul, your origin. And that's what they wanted to keep you from remembering because of the type of power that comes with that activation of your origin. So this is a very deep message. I didn't expect to get this deep over on YouTube, but here we go. For those of you it is for, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But you keep pulling in the original frequency because of the origin frequency you are, and you're assisting others with understanding their origin, which is why so many starseeds are pulling in their different bloodlines, pulling in their starseed connections. There's more of us coming through because of how many of us are connected, how many of us are awakening, and how many of us, I won't say how many of us, the fact that we are all unique and we are all uniquely connected to different bloodlines. And those bloodlines, those ancestors that are being brought through with our awakening, with our remembrance, and with our ascension. Higher frequency beings being allowed into this realm because they can now integrate, because we are of the same vibration. Woo, that's a deep one. That's heavy. Water element sensing in reverse and roots with a practitioner. North node purpose. So there's a practitioner that knows you are healing. They were trying to feel you out, or multiple practitioners that have been monitoring you and they see that you are healing. You've moved into yet another timeline of healing. They are sensing no roots on you. With the fact that sensing in reverse and roots came out, they are not sensing roots on you. So they know that this is coming back on them in the worst way. Sacrifice just wanted to peek out. Wow, I apologize for, you know what, I'm actually not gonna apologize because this message actually excites me, but it is only for those of you, it's frontliner energy. Only for those of you that are meant to understand it. Because I know a lot of sleepers are gonna be like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? And like, I know if you are a baby light worker in here, take your time on this journey. There is no rush. But you know if this is for you because it's destiny as a divine revolutionary. And I know I don't mean any harm in saying that. There is no rush. But it's also the divine letting you know exactly what you are doing, why you have gone through what you have gone through, and why you now know what you know. And what you were meant to do with it. Why you were guided at certain times to purge and then leap. And what you were doing during that leap. Ships coming in, maintaining balance. 10 of Swords. You left behind a wall of swords, basically. That somebody, 8 of Cups is normally walking away, but it looks like they walked right into while you walked away. They walked right into the suppression. They walked right into this ending. While you walked right into or moved your energetic ass, your energetic angelic ass into this 2 of Cups and your harvest. With 9 of Pentacles, 2 completely different energies, but I'll tell you, these individuals that worked very hard wanted this to be their outcome. I heard, but it never stuck and it never stayed. Good. Queen of Swords. With the crispy duck. We might get into this energy over on TikTok. Because there is somebody that tried to maintain a connection that realizes that you are, this is the small fry. Oh my God, this is the small fry they were talking about. You see how you are big God, big goddess energy? And then you got this small fry watching you? This small fry wanted to be you so bad. Look at the sword. Look at the way that the small fry is dressed compared to you. Trying to move the same as you, look the same as you, emulate your royalty, but could never compare. This small fry attempted to maintain a connection to where it looks like there is an earth angel in connection to the small fry, or was, that is no longer maintaining this connection, no longer providing 10 of Pentacles for this third party. So yeah, somebody did try to destiny swap with you for a love connection, and you quantum leaped the fuck right out of that. And this backfired in the worst way, where somebody connected to this individual is now disgusted by them, heavily aggravated and agitated by them. There is no love here, where there's a lot of love for you. So it looks like for some of you, you got a counterpart watching that now realizes with the way that this other individual is communicating, that this individual was willing to do whatever it took, when it all, by any means necessary, to keep somebody around. And that desperate energy smells up a room. There is somebody smelling the desperation on this karmic individual, and they're disgusted by it. They're sensing it. While with you, you are aloof, nonchalant, minding your business. Your energy is very attractive at this time. A lot of individuals want to connect with you because you're emanating unconditional love. You're not desperate for it. So this energy is over here repelling the things that they want because they're so desperately trying to hold on to them. Well, you're attracting them because you don't care. You know it's already yours. You know abundance. Like your divine inheritance is already yours. Justice is already yours. Unconditional love is already yours because you are it. You don't go seeking for it. It comes to you. For you do not chase, you attract. So there are individuals that are disconnecting from those that are emanating a certain frequency because it's funky. They can smell the desperation. They can smell the poverty. I won't even say poverty. They can smell the suffering. And there are light workers that are like, I don't want to be connected to somebody that makes me feel like this. Your energy is just not it. Well, yours is. You're attracting everything that you want right now. 9 of Swords, and somebody is up at night thinking about how you are attracting everything you want right now. Ace of Pentacles. They paid a pretty penny to have you sick. You're still healing. You're healing, flourishing, and still manifesting. While judgment has bounced back on an individual where somebody else is seeing that this individual has been the sacrifice. They're seeing this individual. I feel like this is multiple. Like I said, we might talk about this over on YouTube. I mean, over on TikTok. With these karmic energies. Because it looks like this individual, whoever this Prince of Swords is seeing this small fry get in an entirely different light. It's giving Hanged Man. Especially with Judgment out here. This is definitely giving Karmic Crash Out. While you're healing, you're balanced, you're emanating unconditionally love, you're heavily desirable, this individual may have been attacking your physical appearance, you've gone through a glow up, or you are going through a glow up, like you're very appealing right now. While other individuals are going through it mentally. Wow. Crispy Duck behavior, the star. The fact that you are the star and you are healed, you are healing, and you're in your power. And you're also attracting, I was about to say, some heavy hitters that desire to work with you. Other individuals in whatever field you work in are admiring your work ethic, your mentality, your intuitiveness, your intellectual abilities, the way you move, the way you present yourself, your life. You got a lot of individuals that they're not just seeing the potential in you, they're seeing that you are perfect for certain positions. That you would be and are the perfect partner. That they would be leveling up with you, not being depleted by you. Whether it is a friend, business opportunity, or romantic interest. Individuals are seeing that you are a golden energy to where you're a massive asset. Queen of Pentacles, where this Queen of Pentacles is heartbroken because somebody else has feelings for you. Oh my God. Yeah, we may have to get into this over on TikTok, you guys. Because this is going into a completely separate channel. We may talk about the crispy ducks over there, but you are a perfect match to someone. You could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but you're both emotionally balanced, nurturing. You're givers. This would be equal give and take. This dynamic would be extremely prosperous and harmonious and communicative. Easily being able to communicate your emotions, have massive understanding with each other. It wouldn't be arguments, it'd be debates. But these debates would always come with a solution and a conclusion. So whether this is business, romantic, or platonic, these are relationships to where you vibrate at the same level. You are of the same frequency. So I think I'm going to leave it right there, you guys, because I don't want to go too deeply into this crispy duck energy. Like I said, we may pick up on it over on YouTube. But I want to leave this more in the ethers so that you have an understanding of what you are currently doing with the quantum leap you may be experiencing at this time, or that you just did. And you got a lot of individuals upset that everything that they have directed your way has hit this encrypted firewall, to where their experience has rapidly manifested in their reality, while yours has rapidly manifested in yours. So I'm gonna leave it right there, you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. I honor you. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. Seriously. Thank you for making this galactic golden ohana what it is. This wouldn't be a family without you. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Make sure you are drinking your motherfucking water, remaining grounded, and staying balanced. And of course, remembering who the fuck you are while maintaining peace, unconditional love, unity, respect, unless of course you're disrespected. Then check with the Most High and check your motherfucking self before you check a motherfucker with grace. And like XXX Tentacion would say, just say, hey. If anybody tells you to lay down, run them the fuck over. But not with your car, vroom vroom, with your energy. Because we have nothing to prove. Our energy obviously does it for us. So, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I honor you. I'm so thankful for you. And if I won't be seeing you over on TikTok in like 30 minutes, then I will see you again on Monday. So, again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I know this live was a bit heavier, but if it's for you, it's for you. I might have to watch it back to take some notes, because when these channels come through, your girl really does have to watch her shit back to take notes for myself. This applies to me too. Anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate you so very much. And I will see you again, if not over on TikTok in 30 minutes, on Monday. So until then, bye. And drink your motherfucking water.